I remember crossing the border, standing in Girabania once more. Me and my fellow scions, the warrior of light among us.
Welcome back to Final Fantasy, and we're here to talk to Yugiri, but you notice there's two Yugiris here. Well, one of them's the real one, one of them's, well, now that's debatable. One of them's the in-game one, and the other one is my other character from my other account. The one on the right is my character, and if you can tell, the hair is different. The hair that the real Yugiri has, you cannot get in the game. So I had to choose one that was similar. I chose to choose one that was similar from facing her, not from behind her. Because if we go behind her, you'll see there's quite a difference. She's got like two little ponytail things. Well, you can't get that. So I had to settle for this hairdo here, which doesn't look anywhere near what the real one does, but on the front it's kind of similar, because in the front she's got the two pieces hanging and kind of a flat, bangs. The bangs are a little bit different, but the two little hair pieces are close. So that's as close as I could get to the real Yugiri. So, and mine has the full name, Yugiri Mistwalker. That's her full name. So. Anyway, this is one of many. I've got like 60 characters, and they're all like cosplay characters. Characters from within the game that have passed on, and I wanted to keep playing them, that kind of thing. Anyway, let's get on with the story. Let's talk to the real Yugiri. This is far enough. Let's discuss our plan of attack. Okay. The time between the seconds. Zero's itinerary is as follows. Sounds like we're taking a trip. He will depart Doma Castle by ship and approach the moon gates. The Magitech field will be deactivated briefly, allowing his vessel to pass. It will then continue on to these very docks, where he and his entourage will disembark. As you can see, this area is not ideal for an ambush. Wide open, multiple avenues of escape. The manor is better suited to our needs. Let us split up and search for a suitable hiding place. All right. Bye, Yugiri. Glittering basin. What are those, peacocks or something? It's a bright bird. All right, here we go. Okay, get ready, because we're going to have a big fight here. Surrounded by walls and deserted, this location appears to be ideal for concealment. Ah, there you are. From the roof, we would have a clear view of the docks. It is settled. We shall lie in wait here until Xenos arrives. As discussed, if all goes to plan, he shall fall with my first blow. If not, then the two of us will have to engage him in open combat. His escort is of no consequence, which means that we will have to have a 2-to-1 advantage. Nonetheless, he is not to be underestimated. She's, I think, a little naive in this battle. His entourage is of no consequence? What? All that remains is to wait. I trust you are ready? All right, let's get on with it.
This day you die! Leave this to me!
All right.
She's not doing very good. Well done, Beast. You've earned the right to look on these. What?
Let us put you to the proof.
No, I must fight on! I must!
Well, can't you
Run,
get
beast,
up?
run!
Can she even get up? I don't think I'm even touching this guy. Better than most, but not good enough, he says.
I see.
Where'd I go? Where'd I go? He knocked me clear in the other room. But I'm still up.
Ah, I remember you. Al Amigo, the champion of the savages.
Well, I guess.
Look ye where the sun doth rise, see crimson embers darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall, see azure lost amidst the squall.
Is that Urianger? What happened? What happened? Cut his own horn off?
Oh, how right I was to spare your life.
Huh?
Hear me, hero. Endure. Survive. Live. For the rush of blood. For the time between the seconds, live. For the sole pleasure left to me in this empty, ephemeral world, live! You are not worthy.
The villagers?
Get away from them, you imperial dog!
No, don't. You must flee.
We're not going anywhere, do you hear me? We're not running away! What you're doing is stupid and reckless, and I never wanted any part of it, but here we are! I've spent my whole life hating myself. For every time they made me beg, for every time I held my tongue to protect the people I love. And then you came along and reminded me of all the things I never said and never did, and it was even worse. I would have given anything to forget, to walk away, but I knew I'd never be able to live with the guilt. So we came, all of us, for you, for ourselves, for Doma!
Death is death, regardless of the reason. Yet you seem determined to die, intruding upon this sacred ground, turning weapons you can scarcely wield upon me. Your lives will not even begin to redress the balance.
How wrong you are!
Alize. Gosetsu.
Go, now! Gusetsu, see to Yugiri.
Hey!
I can't see a damn thing. Someone stop them! My lord?
So, that might seem a little strange, but as you will learn, Xenos is not. He's completely mad. He only wants one thing. He wants somebody to be able to fight that's worthy of a fight. And he sees that in our character, but not quite yet. Not quite yet. And so that's why he said, live, get better, and we will meet again. That's all he really cares about is his hunt. I don't think we were followed. Gods, I have no idea what was going through that man's head, but I'm hardly glad he decided to leave. Oh, and don't thank us. Thank Alphino. He's at the House of the Fierce, patiently waiting for your gratitude. You should have seen the way he turned pale when he heard about Yugiri's plan and how you, of all people, had decided to help her. He was in such a panic, barking orders, calling for a squadron to be assembled. As were you, Gosetsu. As were you. Well, I was rather composed, as I recall, though this is neither here nor there. But what about these people? This is what their Lord and Master Hein, this is what he was looking for, them to stand up for themselves, and that would be worth him fighting for. All the little angels, and there's our last wind thingamabobberdoodle. Can you believe it? We faced the Crown Prince himself and lived to tell the tale. You've no idea what this means for us. Everyone's talking about getting more weapons and armor and, well, as we're not going to stop until we're taking back our homeland. Oh, right. Well, getting a bit ahead of ourselves, aren't we? We've got wounded to tend to first. We should get back to the village. All right. Now we go turn this in so we can fly. Where do I have to go? Where do I have to go? Up this hill. I'm lost. Where are we going? This way? Whoa. Okay, here we are. Let's go. I guess we should probably go to the bridge. Where's he going? Hey, you little Popinjay. Thanks for the help. How you feeling? After fighting that demon, I can only imagine. I suppose I ought to apologize to you for you know. Anyway, thank you for not giving up on us. The shinobi too.
How are you feeling, my lady?
Much the better for my comrades' ministrations and your most generous hospitality. You need not worry.
Good. If there is anything else we can do for the two of you, anything at all, just ask.
Stare any harder and you're like to burn a hole in them. Go and say your piece, for goodness sake.
Is he enamored? He's Twitter-pated. Stare any harder.
I've got nothing more to say to them.
Oh, of course not.
I'm going to find out how the others are getting on.
Okay.
Gosetsu, Mistress Alize, I owe you an apology. I acted with reckless disregard for my own safety, and endangered I know not how many others in so doing. Scorning your wise counsel, I knowingly defied our master's wishes, and left you no choice but to follow suit.
Well, you got the job done in the long run, though. This is what he wanted. He wanted his people to stand up.
Nonsense. I followed our master's wishes to the letter. Consider once more his words, and the intent therein. In offering his head, he but sought to shield his people from harm, loyal retainers included. You must value your life more highly, Shadow Walker.
On the other hand, your recklessness did serve as an inspiration to many. Mayhap you should not be so hard on yourself.
That's what I said.
In any event, if you must apologize profusely, it seems only right that you expend as much effort thanking the one person who supported your plan from the first.
That it does. There are no words which will suffice. But thank you.
It's my job. I wonder where the paycheck comes.
And there they are!
12 be praised. When I learned of your rather questionable plot to assassinate Xenos, I feared we would need to recruit a new primal slayer.
Yeah, where are you going to find one? I'm the only one, you dummy.
I'm sorry we couldn't be there. Alize made me swear to stay behind no matter what. I think she was worried I'd hurl myself at Xenos the moment I set eyes on him.
And you would have, and then you'd have been killed because you're an idiot.
What?
Yeah, what?
You'll forgive me for changing the subject, but now would seem a good time to discuss where we go from here. Though the Empire has yet to retaliate, the fact remains that we have revealed our presence and signalled our intentions in so doing. It is only a matter of time before the Imperials move against us.
True.
Given that we lack the strength to oppose them, 'tis plain some manner of brilliant stratagem is required. Therefore, I yield the floor to the preeminent tactician of our time, with whom I was privileged to share a womb.
It's the nicest thing she said to him in the whole time. Even he was shocked.
If you insist. While in Kagane, we debated a number of approaches and were eventually forced to concede that we cannot look to the Alliance for aid.
True.
Even were it possible to ferry sufficient forces and materiel from Eorzea in a timely manner, such a massive undertaking would not long escape the attention of the Empire. It would be a miracle if our ships reached the shore. Fortunately, according to Tataru and Hancock's intelligence, the Empire has withdrawn most of its forces from Doma in the past year, leaving her relatively unguarded. That being the case, a popular uprising spearheaded by the full might of the Doman Liberation Front may feasibly be sufficient to threaten the seat of provincial government, namely Doma Castle. 'Twould be rather easier said than done, of course, but I have seen worse plans prevail.
Then we must needs meet with Lord Hien and convince him to return, for there is no surer way to inspire our people to rise up as one.
I suppose.
He desired proof of his subjects' conviction, and they have provided it, through no lesser deed than openly opposing Xenos himself.
It will work. It has to work. And next time, we will defeat him.
We'll see. You know, for all the hardships these people have, this is a really nice village. I mean, look at it. It's in really good repair. It's in a good location, kind of sitting up on a hill. They've got farmland all around, even though it's in the mountains. Yeah, it's a very nice place to live. They just have a lot of hardships, you know. Okay, where do we get our flight? I need to get our flight. I'll be traveling to the Azim Steppes, Roland. I found Lord Hien once before, and I am confident I can do it again. Moreover, it was to me whom he put the question of Doma's resolve. I feel it my duty to deliver to him our people's reply. Our countrymen's deeds speak for themselves. Lord Hien cannot deny the truth of their hearts. Too long has it been since I looked on his face, and it would be of great comfort to see him again, and no small comfort if you were to join us in the search, I should add. I wonder what kind of man Hien is. From what I heard, he's about the same age as me, and then there's Fordola, who isn't a whole lot younger than us both. Like her, he was born and raised in an imperial province. This is all he's ever known. But unlike her, he chose to do something about it. I want to meet him. I want to know why. Maybe, if I understand that, it'll help me to understand a lot of other things. Where's the last one? Where's the last one? Where is the last one? Up here, I guess. Fordola is the redheaded girl that was fighting for Xenos at Alamigo in Rolger's Reach. Fighting against her own people. The beloved king returning to urge his countrymen to rise up in rebellion. Not a story that I've ever heard. Not a story you'd ever hear in Charlian or Ulda, is it? Not in those words, perhaps, but no land's people is so cynical to be wholly immune to inspiration. Singular individual have the power to move hearts and minds no matter where they go. Doubtless you speak from personal experience. As much as this Lord Hein intrigues us, Roland, there are vital tasks to be attended to here. Preparations for the inevitable assault on Doma Castle, for one. There's also the matter of coordinating our efforts from the Confederacy and our comrades in Kugani. Dealing with this troublesome Aetheryte, I could go on, but you understand. Can we fly yet? Aye, so it goes. We all have our responsibilities. We shall depart for the Azim Steppes at once. You will be joining us, Roland? You betcha. For our part, we shall do what we can to aid the Doman Liberation Front in your absence. We will refrain from conducting any large-scale operations in your absence, and instead devote our energies to bolstering our ranks and training our new recruits. When you return, we'll be ready for war. If anything happens, if you need us to come back sooner, you'd better contact us. Noble sacrifice is our last resort, remember? Follow me, my friends. We have many malms to travel before we reach Reunion. It's not that far, it's just through here. Wait, don't leave yet. Here, take these for the road. It's simple fare, but it's the least we can do for you after what you did for us. It may be stupid and naive for me to say this, but I will. When you come back, we'll finish what we started. We'll beat the Imperials and we'll win our freedom. So, don't keep us waiting long. We can fly now, up in the sky now. Maybe. Oh no. Cutscene first. Meanwhile, in the keep of Doma Castle.
I would expect no less of Bahamut's conqueror. Prepare the airship. His Radiance will not object. We have fulfilled our obligations here. I would see this prize for myself.
What's he talking about? It's the brute. Ow.
Do you understand why I appointed you to act in my stead? You, whose only accomplishment was to whisper the right words in the right ear. Because of your petty hatreds, they render you the perfect instrument to bleed your kinsman of hope, to make an example of Doma, such as was ordered. Listen well. If you yield Doma to the rebels, you will not be given another chance to beg forgiveness.
Kind of think she already figured that.
Do your duty, now. Or die with the rest of them.
I don't think he cares one way or another. What about the brute?
Oh, are you all right, my lady? That was uncalled for.
You're stupid.
Oh!
Told you.
They say your Eorzean is helping the rebels. I want him dead. I want his friends dead. I want the heads of everyone he knows and loves mounted on the castle walls.
Doesn't everybody?
You mean I can finally go after him?
Oh, he's gonna talk about his birthdays again.
I've been waiting for this chance. I promise you, my lady, he won't escape this time. Not this time, oh no.
Really? Meanwhile, in the fringes of Gaiabania, I think it's Girabania, but
Aye. This is the place.
is this Estinian?
When his shade was banished, you swore to leave this life behind. And yet here you are. Yet, if this be the work of the eyes, what choice do you have but to end it? Or so the boy would say. Damn you, Alphino.
There we are. That's what we've been waiting for. Here there be Zalia. I don't know how to pronounce that. If all are ready, let us depart for a reunion in the Azim Steppe. Our route will be somewhat circuitous. We would need to return to the Ruby Sea and head north along the coast, past Isop. What? Why'd she cut herself off like that? Crazy. Maybe she didn't. It is just a sorry. I didn't see a period on the end of that sentence. All right, let's pull our map up and open the map up. We can't open it all up because there's places we haven't been to yet. If you notice, there's a mountain there that we haven't been over and can't get over. So we'll open up part of it if we can. What do we got left? Oh, hang on. Let me switch my mouse over. Okay, yeah, there's a mountain range right here we can't get over, and there's the House of the Fierce unattuned. It's unattuned because they just finished putting it back together. We haven't been there. We can get there, but we can't get over here. Not yet. All right, we're gonna leave this just the way it is for now, and we need to get out of here. Okay. Is this the way we're going? We have to go back to the Ruby Sea, if that's what she said. Okay, that's that. We need to go through here. Okay, here's the beach that we got to just before we went to Yangtze. But we need to go this way now. Yuguri. From here we will turn north until we arrive at a cave, through which we must pass in order to reach the Asium Steppe. Lise and Gosetsu have already gone on ahead. We should carry on as well. I haven't been getting these. These are scenic additions, but I'm not a completionist in any of these games that I've ever played. I've never been a completionist. You'd have to get all of these, and it's just a pain in the butt. But basically what you do is you stand in them, and then you type in lookout or pray, like praying for forgiveness. Either one of those. Each one's different. One of them will accept pray, one will accept lookout. And that adds to a journal, if you will, a travel journal. But I'm not a completionist. I very seldom stop and get those. We're looking for a cave, and there seems to be one. And there's Gosetsu. Is this the cave? Yes, it is. Okay. A new adventure. She runs like a girl. That's cool. That's their throne for this area.
I remember the emptiness. Vast and endless. The Azim Steppe, home to countless roaming tribes. A sacred land, watched over by elder gods. Here, we would find Doma's salvation. With the wind at our backs, we walked on. In search of hope. In search of him.
So it's Azim Steppe. Look, it's a hamburger on 4 legs over there. I give you the Azim Steppe. Though I should say that this is but one small portion of it. Despite the close proximity, Domans rarely venture this far north. Most find these lands and their people strange and foreign. Fortunately, those who frequent Reunion are more welcoming than most. Come, it is not much further. And again, we can't fly here. We just get flight in the other place and have to leave. I think there's a wind aetheryte. Yeah, there it is right there. So, she said there was countless nomadic people here, tribes. We only meet a couple. There's more to this place than we'll ever see. So just keep that in mind, that it's a nomadic area where there's nobody moving around. Well, that's what nomads do. They move from place to place. So there's countless numbers of them, but we're only going to meet a couple. So there you go. Yuri! Welcome to Reunion, my friends. Here is where we will begin our search for Lord Hien. Here there be Zela. The search for Lord Hien. When last I spoke with Lord Hien, he said he spent much time in these markets. I had hoped we might find him here today, but alas. Hey, Yugiri, I've been meaning to ask. There are an awful lot of Zali here, aren't there? Oh, I assumed you knew. The Azim Steppe has been home to the nomadic tribes of Zali since antiquity. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. More than 50 roam these lands, and though they do not constitute a nation, there is a hierarchy of sorts, determined through ritual combat. Like I said, she says there's over 50 tribes. We're only going to meet a couple. Funny, if they're so busy fighting each other, you'd think the Empire would be able to march in and take the steppe with ease. I wonder why they haven't. Why indeed, Lise. Why indeed. Perhaps they see little value in it, especially given the fierce reputation of the Zele warriors, who would fight tooth and nail to oppose them. These lands are not made for men. The soil is thin, the weather's unforgiving. The Zele found ways to survive, it is true, but they are made of sterner stuff than most Imperials, conscript or citizen. Thanks for taking the time to explain. It sounds like I've got a lot to learn. Later, I mean, we're meant to be looking for Hien. People from many tribes gather in Reunion to take goods and information. I should be surprised if we cannot learn something of value here. Let us make our inquiries separately. Roland, why don't you speak with some of the merchants here? Okay, so this starts our search for Hien, the Lord that they need. But my time's up for today. I'm going to leave it here. We're going to rest. When we come back, we'll take a look, see if we can find him. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Ta-ta for now.